Hi, my name's Katie and I'm a manager at Middlebrooks. We've recently received numerous calls from concerned company directors who had taken out bounce-back loans during the pandemic, which are now due for repayment. Many directors are struggling to rebuild their businesses in the wake of the pandemic and as a result are unable to maintain the loan repayments. Directors are keen to understand what options are available to them and what risks they face personally. Let's start with the personal risk. The good news is that banks weren't allowed to ask for personal guarantees for bounce-back loans, which means that in most cases, directors have no personal liability for their repayment. That means that your personal assets, such as your home, are not at risk. In terms of the options available, many directors ask whether they can simply strike off their company. The answer to this is no. It's not proper to strike off a company that still owes debt. As part of the strike-off process, an advert is published giving any creditors a chance to object to the striking off, and in the vast majority of cases, the bank who supplied the bounce-back loan will do just that. So if strike-off isn't an option, what's next? Well, if you believe the business to still be viable, you could contact the bank and try to renegotiate the payment terms of the loan by perhaps reducing the monthly amount and extending the repayment period. Take care though, as directors have a statutory duty not to worsen the financial position of the company once they find it's insolvent. You could also contact an insolvency practitioner to discuss a procedure to aid in the company's rescue, such as a creditor's voluntary arrangement. If the business is no longer viable, then there are a number of options available, with two of the most popular being administration or liquidation. I'm going to discuss the process of liquidation further in this video. However, we do have a separate video on the administration process which might also be of interest. The easiest and most cost-effective way for a director to place their company into liquidation is through a process called Creditors Voluntary Liquidation, or CVL for short. This process is instigated by the directors of the company with the assistance of a firm of qualified insolvency practitioners, such as Middlebrooks. Liquidation is a serious legal step and has many implications for the company and its directors, so tailored professional advice should always be sought. Broadly speaking though, the liquidation will bring to an end the trading life of the company. The liquidator will wind up the company, realise any available assets, and then distribute these to creditors evenly. Any unpaid debt at the end of the liquidation is written off, and provided the director has not guaranteed any of the debt personally and has acted properly in their role as director, they will not have to pay any shortfall. A CVL can be undertaken really quickly. The first step is to have a board meeting to officially minute that the company is insolvent. Then we convene a meeting of the company's shareholders, who are the party responsible for placing the company into liquidation. At the same time, we will also notify the creditors, whose only right is to choose to elect a liquidator of their own choosing if they're unsatisfied with the director's choice. From first call to appointment, a CVL can be achieved in around 2 weeks if desired. There is of course a cost associated with the process. Standard procedure would be for a fixed fee to be charged for the pre-appointment work, and post-appointment, the costs of the liquidation are met from any asset realisations. The cost of the pre-appointment element will depend on the specific circumstances of your company. If you think you might benefit from a chat about a potential CVL or would like to find out some more information, please do not hesitate to contact one of the team at Middlebrooks for a free, informal initial call.